We've been catching up with all the fans across the country. Right now, though, we crossed to our reporter Anda, who's out in Port Elizabeth, to join the scenes of jubilation and celebrations that continue. And we've got lots of celebrations continuing here in studio. What's it like there in Port Elizabeth?
It is indeed a very good afternoon for the fans of the Springboks who have watched their favorite team making it to the finals. You know, this has been one of the most tense games that I have watched, witnessing a lot of people with anxiety in the room. You know, the first half saw people a bit relaxed, thinking that, of course, believing rather that the Springbok is definitely going to take this, but in the middle of the team, or in the middle of the game rather, they were a bit anxious and a bit tense because they were not sure what was going to happen with, you know, the two teams keeping it a tie. But at the end, you could see people joyous, celebrating and very excited, you know, chanting songs of celebrations, excited that their team has finally made it to the finals, even though many of them have actually mentioned that they are afraid of what will happen next, believing that England is actually a very powerful team, but also believing that the Springboks has what it takes to play against it. But standing next to me right now is some of the fans who actually will give us an idea of how they feel right now. Ma'am, a very good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to everyone.
Can you just tell us, how do you feel the Springbok has made it to the finals?
And they're going to take the cup. They're bringing it home. We are behind them. We are behind the boys 100%. We have never left them. We are still behind them 100%. The Springboks are taking this. We're not scared of England, not in any way.
It was a very tense game.
It was a tense game. It was a tense game. We felt it on our side. We felt it. It was a tense match, but they made us proud still. They're still going to make us proud in the finals.
Thank you so much. And we speak to another one who actually stated that he was an All Black supporter. But let's see what he thought about the Springboks win.
Well-deserved game, well-deserved win. It was a tense game, like you said. But yeah, next week there will be very tight game. Because what I predict for next week, England will win most definitely. Because the game they played against us, against New Zealand, was very technical and well planned from Eddie Jones. So what I think is he will come up with more tricks for the Springboks, but most definitely it's going back to England, Northern Hemisphere this year, and they deserve it as well.
Yeah, and was there any point of the game where you thought South Africa would lose it?
Most definitely. There was a time, I think the 70 or 65th minute, where it was 16-16, yeah, and England, Wales had upper hand against South Africa, but South Africa came back. Well-deserved win for South Africa, but next week we shall see.
South Africa's taking it. South Africa's definitely taking it. England must just rest, so South Africa's bringing it back home. We're behind you boys 100%. All the way. We'll be there next week as well. You're bringing it home. All the way.
Thank you so much. Those are just some of the people who flocked into the Lighthouse today in support of the teams that are playing today, saying that, you know, one saying that she has faith that South Africa is definitely going to take it, with the other one saying that he is not so sure that South Africa has what it takes to win against the England. We have spoken to quite a number of other people apart from these two who are actually very afraid, saying that, you know, there are mistakes that were made by the Springboks today that could have been avoided, but they believe that despite that, they have what it takes to train and bring the cup home. But for now, it's from me, Anda Nqonji, and camera person Natasha Magundulu. Back to you in studio.
Thank you, Anda. And you know that we have plenty of supporters across the country. We've got Hasina. She's there with a number of the fans. That's the rugby fans out in Monte Casino celebrating. It's a family affair.
Yes, the final whistle may have ended of the match, but celebrations continue here at Monte Casino. Many taking to a celebratory lunch here, enjoying the win and just reminiscing on that nail-biting match. There's a whole lot of supporters here sitting at various different restaurants around. They say sports is a unifier, and it surely is here at this restaurant. You can see behind me many of them singing, celebrating celebrating still. I'm going to try chatting to a few of them here. Sir, can you tell me, how are you feeling with that semi-final win that we saw just a little while ago?
It's absolutely awesome. We're just waiting for that Webb Ellis Cup to come home. It's so close, and we're just waiting to bring it home.
Are you a rugby supporter, madam?
More than 200%. More than 200%. The Boks, bring it home.
Thank you so much. I'm going to go to this table here who've been really celebrating throughout the last hour here. How are you feeling?
No, I am absolutely happy, and I'm very excited for the final.
How were you feeling during that match? How were you feeling through the match? Were you nervous?
Yeah, I think that was the most nervous I've ever been. Hey? Not even my trick hands I was that nervous. Hey?
And you, how did you feel the match went?
Well, it was a disappointing start, but it all picked up a bit during the half end. And at the end, we was a bit nail-biting experience, but we pulled through. So.
One supporter that I found here comes always, every week, here to Monte Casino when the rugby matches are played. An avid excitement here with many coming on, cheering on. But one lady that I spoke to a while back says she comes here to watch at the Piazza almost every week. What brings you back, and what makes you such a passionate Boks supporter?
Because I know, I trust our boys. They are going to make it at the end of this tournament. I'm happy that I'm here. I'm going to be here even next week. I'll be here in the Boks town. I'll be watching them doing miracles. Ole!
No, you see, I think Francois Pinard, and then it was John Smith. This is Sia's time. We are waiting for that. We want to build the nation. We want it. It must be in South Africa. I believe, the loss of New Zealand has made the balance of the whole game. We are going to watch a final. Yeah, that will be balanced. Everyone has a chance. We are happy for that. We are looking forward.
What now I can say is that I foresee the repeat of 2007. Same country, same everything. We're winning it again. The repeat of 2007, it's coming back home again.
Thank you so much. As you can see here, the excitement is continuing here at Monte Casino, where hundreds came out to support the Springboks earlier in the day.
Thank you, Hasina. We are absolutely loving the sights and sounds and scenes of celebrations there, coming to you live from Monte Casino here in Gauteng.